mambo familia pangu. Karibu. Habari yako. Mimi ni Babu Eli-Ben-Eli. And, I'm dealing with a lot of things lately. And, I'm looking at somebody like Marwa, and I'm looking at him from the point of view of sympathy. I'm looking at him from the point of view of trying to have some compassion, because you want to know something? My life hasn't been any easier, and I look at myself and I ask myself, am I in a position to judge somebody else? And the answer to that is no. I've made my mistakes. I've done some things that I'm not proud of. So I look at somebody like Mara, and, coming from the background that he did, coming from the family that he did, he has a mother who has had children by different men. His father seems to be somebody who's capable of being very violent. I look at Mara, and Mara maybe is doing what Mara can to make a life for himself. Same with Iwango, same with Davey. So I'm just trying not to be judgmental. I saw a video about Fellow the Boy, and he was talking about how once, back in his life, he was accused of stealing a wallet when in fact he hadn't stolen that wallet. And what I walked away from that thinking is, who knows what the truth is about Sir Gottfried or Sir Edwards, whatever that guy's name was. Maybe that's another situation in which he's falsely been accused of doing something that in fact he didn't do. And God knows I have been in the same kind of situation. What I suppose what I'm trying to say is that before I go on any further, Ramadan Mubarak to all of those celebrating Ramadan as we approach a final day of Ramadan, and as we approach Eid al-Fitr. I just want to wish everybody a good conclusion to the Ramadan fast. I have to confess something. Because of I'm diabetic, and because I ran out of a medication that I really needed, on more than one day, I was unable to complete my fast. But, my God knows that I tried the best that I could, so anyway, I'm feeling that I'm in a season of the year, I'm in a time of the year in which I have to try to be compassionate and understanding. Do I like a lot of the things that Mara has done? No, I do not. I don't like the fact that under his care, that beautiful animal died. I don't like the fact that he's mistreated people in that village, he's exploited people. It all saddens me, but I know that in the Bible, when, and by the way, let me quickly, before I say anything else, let me hasten to say, I do not believe in the New Testament, but I do believe that there are a lot of good, instructive stories in it. We know that when the woman was caught in adultery and the men wanted to stone her, Christ said something to the effect of, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. I've made my mistakes. I'm not perfect. So, I'm trying to refrain from judging others. I see that Uncle Mo is, for me, there are two positive situations about Nyabohanse that I really like. I like seeing how Uncle Mo, who is an underdog, has struggled so much. I like to see how Uncle Mo keeps making his home better and better and better. And I like to see how Diana Kemi and baby Carol, no matter what's going on with them, they keep moving forward. One of the beautiful things that I saw today was that Diana Kemi and Burundi Traveler are trying to make, they were together again. I don't know what the deal is, I don't know what it isn't, but the thing is this, that throughout all of this, when people were saying things about Burundian Traveler, Diana Kemi herself never opened up her mouth to say anything bad about him. And I like that about Diana Kemi. She's what in America people would call her a stand-up chick. That's a good woman right there. And I also have a lot of respect for baby Carol. She's a good sister and everything. And I hope that boy who keeps hanging around her becomes her boyfriend and treats her well. She's a good girl. Look, I don't like the way that people in Niabohanse seem to be making a life for themselves. But you want to know something? How would I put this? A friend of mine a long time ago told me something that I have never forgotten. And he said something to the effect that he would rather that his daughter became a whore than a murderer. I would rather not have either kind of things. I would rather see a world in which talented young people work for a living and succeed in life because of the sweat of their brow. But, better that a person beg than that a person murder others, or that a person deal drugs or steal or whatever. So, it's like each and every one of us has a path that we have to follow in life, and it's important not to judge others. It's important not to judge others. I'm just in a frame of mind, in which what I want to do is I want to be first, we have been through Ramadan, and Ramadan is always a period of reflection for me. And now, later on in this month, comes another holiday that I believe in very, very strongly, and that is Passover. People think that I'm kidding when I say that I practice Judaism and that I practice Islam too. I'm going to be celebrating Passover. All of these are religions all of these are holy days that leave you in a very, very contemplative mood, and if you notice something, I'm really not very comfortable making reaction videos about women. People like Dean Wango. I'm not interested in antagonizing anybody, much less, I can talk about a man with a certain amount of comfort. And even then, I'm beginning not to be very comfortable doing that. But when it comes to a woman, I'm just not, what the heck is wrong with these? When it comes to a woman, I'm not comfortable talking about women. Why am I not comfortable talking about women? Okay, let me put it like this. For the last 40-some years, I have lived in Texas. And in Texas, there's a great deal of emphasis put on trying to be a gentleman. I don't feel like a gentleman if I talk about people. I made some comments about, not just about people, about women in particular. I don't mind talking so much about men. But, I made some comments about, congrats, Mom. And, I stand by everything that I said. But I also feel a lot of compassion for somebody like Congrats Mom. Again, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. If I had a penny for every woman that I was had been involved with throughout my life, I'd be a rich man. So if I choose, to admit to myself that I have made mistakes, that I have been with more than one person, I can't judge Congrats Mom on having done that. But all that I'll say about Congrats Mom is that I just wish that she wasn't so self-righteous and preaching to others. Okay, part of all of this is coming to terms with the fact that none of us are perfect. So do I like a lot of the things that I see those people doing? No, but the Bible says something to the effect of judge not lest ye be judged. I'm not going to take it upon myself to judge anybody else. I may be unhappy with what I see in them, and the thing about me is that there was a period of time in which I had the highest amount of respect for Marwa. When I saw that video of how the police in the country of my birth beat him up, I was very, very angry about that. It bothered me, and it still bothers me. Nobody should be abused by the police. The point that I'm making is that I just wish that Marwa was a different kind of person, but who am I to make that criticism? I'm not God. So, people accuse me of flip-flopping and everything. I'm not flip-flopping. What I'm saying is that there's a prayer that goes like this: God, grant me the serenity to change. God, grant me the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, and what that means is what I choose to do, what I attempt to do, or what I will attempt to do in the future, as much as possible, because I'm not perfect, is that I will focus my comment on things that I see that inspire me and that I like. And yeah, I might comment on other things, but I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna try to keep it in mind that I'm not a perfect person either. Folks, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. If you, Asante Asana, if you have watched a video this long, and may each of you have a wonderful remainder of Ramadan. May each of you have a wonderful Eid celebration. Asante Asana again in Kwaheri.